Good morning, folks. It's Monday, November 24. I'm in Hopetown Village, and yeah, that's the home of my business, Peterkin's Paradise, located in Pussycat Jungle. Well, it's as I said, it's 4 o'clock-ish a.m. and I'm walking through the village. I haven't been here for a few days. I stayed in Montego Bay, and it's eerily beautiful. You won't be able to see it, so I won't even show it. So I'll just describe what I'm seeing. I'm seeing fireflies, speedy wally, darting to and fro. I'm hearing the sound of crickets and tree frogs. If you listen, you can hear the crickets and the frogs. I'm hearing the whistle of the wind blowing through the trees. You might be able to hear it right now. And looking up, I'm seeing one of the most brilliant skies I've seen because everything is pitch dark. The Milky Way is just like a brilliant, magnificent diamond necklace. I saw two shooting stars. I made wishes. If they come through, I'll be a super happy and wealthy man. I'm seeing twinkling stars and steady ones. I don't know if there's a difference between if it's comets versus stars versus moons or whatever. What I can tell you is that the sky is exceptionally beautiful. I can see facing Montego Bay where there's light. The 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 trees, the bare trees that were, oh my God, slaughtered by Hurricane Melissa. Right, I can see them silhouetted against night the night light of Montego Bay. I'm very hopeful though. This is the first time in my life I was telling friends of mine that I'm going through such an incredible disaster. I lost my business. I put $3.5 million in it, um, preparing the land. I had to use a tractor to level a certain section of it, the main entertainment area. I spent money digging a pit for sewage purposes, which the health department condemned. Can't use pits anymore. I built a huge bamboo cladded bar, partially concrete, but designed to look like something you expect to see in a jungle. Bamboo bar, 24 by 20 feet. I had a nice toilet designed for women. Lots of space, mirrors to look at their beautiful or sometimes not so beautiful faces. I planted hundreds, more than 200 lumber trees, which I got free from the forestry department. And I collected driving around Jamaica, sometimes intentionally, sometimes coming from wherever, Kingston, Ocho. I've collected hundreds of beautiful plants, some flowering plants, some just colorful plants, different types of crotons and Joseph coats, and I started planting orchids and roses, four of them, orchids, and I don't know, maybe half a dozen roses. Uh, Passion fruit running wild up the giant trees that I have. I would have had an endless supply of passion fruit, but passion fruit, along with the rest of the stuff I just described, no longer exists. Miss Melissa shredded some, snapped some, um, decapitated some, toppled some trees, flowers, plants. One or two are still standing, like surprisingly, an exotic plant called black sapote. Black sapote, the chocolate pudding fruit, delicious. Some of them that I think I can resurrect. They're toppled but not destroyed. My avocados, I have two beautiful ones. Uh, one of the two new jackfruit trees survived, and oh, my huge jackfruit trees, I don't know if they'll come back. One was completely shredded, and the other one was toppled, uprooted almost. Uh, I was saying this is the first time that I'm going through such a horrendous disaster, and I don't feel bad. I'm not despondent. I'm not depressed. I'm actually very, very motivated, expectant of some greater things to come. I'm going to reestablish my attraction. This time, I am going to wedge, lodge 40-foot containers into the ground using steel, right? Concrete. I'm going to stack two here, two there, and create a space between them that can accommodate 250 people for a meal and a few thousand for dancing or for standing up to watch a show. I'm going to use 40-foot containers for everything, a bank of toilets. I already did something very interesting. I asked Chat GP, GT, yeah, the, what do you call it again? Artificial intelligence, to design toilets within a 40-foot container, creating a space for women to titivate themselves, a mirrored area. And it did a marvelous thing. I ended up with 12 toilets and a nice space that women can even put like a little sofa in that section towards the end. So I'm going to have, apart from the toilets, I'll have one of the 20-foot containers will serve half as a male dressing room and half for female dressing room, because I plan to bring top entertainment from not just from Jamaica, from the Caribbean, and from international. I actually have connections that can get me people like I don't know, Rihanna. Well, Rihanna I met personally when I was manager at one of the hotels she stayed. When she had her first hit song and performed on Sumfest, she and I chatted, and yeah, she was impressed because she announced my name over the PA system in front of 20,000 people. I I have served people like well, Shaquille O'Neal was supposed to come to my hotel. He never came because he had some kind of court case that just sprung up on him. I've had a president of the Black Caucus. I've had politicians, mostly Democratic ones, that have stayed in various hotels that I've managed. I even have had a prince of Qatar, who stayed at one of the hotels I managed. You know, and I am on a mission to beg some of those wealthy folks to help my village, because the village is destroyed. Anybody who had a facility or a home built of wood, mm, they're all gone, flattened, shredded, made into toothpicks. It's painful. So we have a lot of homeless people here now, catching with friends and relatives, or maybe some of them still sleeping in cars or buses or crammed in. I just passed the health center, which is divided into sections. There's a maternity section. It was not destroyed, but it was vandalized years ago, and they stole out all of the equipment, the medical equipment and tools and things. Ridiculous. Jamaicans are so crazy. Anyway, I see lights inside of one part, which must have survived the hurricane. The building itself survived, the roof survived, but glass blew out and ceilings got torn up and so on. It's one of the things I'd like to fix, along with the library, along with the community center, and the beautiful 200-year-old Baptist church that was not just like de-roofed, but the not brick, stone, the stone walls crumbled under the pressure of Malicious Melissa. Anyway, that's enough from me for now. I'm very hopeful, and I think we should be hopeful. Jamaica is strong. Jamaicans are strong. I just woke up, so I probably look very sleepy to you. I'm not. I'm waking up, and I feel like I'm waking up to a very bright future. Have a nice day.